Hey everybody, it's Lon.TV, and we're taking a look today at the Ultraproof case for the iPhone 5 and 5S, and this is it. It's a waterproof case that they claim will protect your iPhone up until about 8 feet of water. One of the things that you'll sacrifice with the case is your fingerprint sensor on the 5S, but as you can see, the touchscreen seems to work just fine. Now, I did a water test with this. I went upstairs to my kitchen and I dunked it in a pretty decent size mixing bowl for a couple of hours just to make sure that it would stay watertight throughout the test. And I didn't use my phone. I used a paper towel, which actually I think is a great way to see if any water seeps in. And that paper towel, as you can see, was completely dry. I'll give you kind of an overview of some of the features of the case, and I have some concerns about it too, but there's a little vibration dial here, and if you turn this, it'll actually turn your ringer on and off, which is kind of neat, and I was surprised that actually worked, but it does work, so it's a little dial you turn. There's volume up and down rockers that line up pretty well with the switches on the phone. The power button is accessible, of course, on the top as well. And on the bottom you have, this is where my first area of concern is, you can get at the ports, so you don't have to take the phone out of the case to get at them. They're just kind of little rubber gaskets here that pop in. They do seal pretty securely, but again, you really want to make sure that all these things are sealed up tight before you even think about putting this in the water. So just get those really sealed up. It does have a little bit of a plastic thing here to try to get some of the speaker sound out. Actually, you could hear a little bit more out of this than I thought I'd be able to. So that's pretty good. It doesn't really have a real gasket to it though. It's like kind of a rubber sleeve that wraps around this plastic component. So let me take it off here and I'll show you what I mean. It does kind of have a groove that it slips into, but there's really no gaskets or anything to really protect it from water over time. And I just wonder if the rubber here might wear out if you take the phone out of the case often. So just something to keep in mind. It's okay, and I think it certainly did keep my phone, or would have kept my phone dry in that initial test, but it's something that I think you want to probably test it every once in a while. Take the phone out and do that paper towel test every couple of months just to make sure that it's still going to keep your phone dry when you dunk it in water. So again, up to about 8 feet of water, so it should, I wouldn't go swimming too deep with it, but it's enough to, if you want to do an underwater shot or something like that, you can do that. And of course the camera is exposed behind plastic as well. So it's it feels like a good, inexpensive waterproof case. I think you always get what you pay for, so you just want to be careful that you test it thoroughly before you put your phone in there. But in my limited test on a first impression kind of review, it did keep, or would have kept, the phone dry. It certainly kept that paper towel from getting wet. So I think it's probably okay, but your mileage may vary, so I never want to say that this is your solution, especially when you're putting your phone in the water, which it's really not too happy about being exposed to. So be careful, but I think if you install it correctly and just do your due diligence from time to time, this will probably work well for you. This is Lon.TV, and thanks for watching.